Everyone thinks outsmarting people means being the loud genius in the room. Fast answers, strong opinions, big presence. But real strategic players use a completely different move. They slow down, look harmless, act slightly behind, and let everyone else relax too early. And while others are busy proving themselves, they are quietly collecting the map. Today you'll learn how to play possum and outsmart anyone, not with tricks, not with lies, but with timing, restraint, and controlled perception. If you like psychology, strategy, and silent advantage, hit like and subscribe to Playing Possum right now. Because this channel is built for thinkers who want long-term wins, not short-term applause. Most people lose strategic advantage in the first 5 minutes, not because they are not smart, but because they show their smartness too early. The moment you show full intelligence, people change behavior around you. They become guarded. They share less. They compete harder. They test you more. But when you appear relaxed, slightly unsure, or simply neutral, something powerful happens. People open up. They talk more. They reveal patterns. They expose weaknesses. Playing possum is the art of lowering perceived threat while raising real awareness. It is not about pretending to be stupid. It is about not displaying maximum capability at the start. Think about a poker table. The worst player shows excitement when he gets a strong hand. The best player looks the same with weak cards and strong cards. Emotional neutrality hides information. Information hidden is advantage preserved. The possumist strategy works on the same principle. Reduce your visible signals so others cannot measure your true position. When people cannot measure you, they misjudge you. And misjudgment creates opportunity. Smart strategists know that being underestimated is often more profitable than being admired. Admiration brings attention. Attention brings pressure. Pressure brings interference. Underestimation brings freedom. Freedom lets you move without resistance. In business meetings, the person who speaks first often gives away the most. Person who asks calm questions controls direction without looking controlling. Questions are steering wheels disguised as curiosity. When you play possum, you steer through questions, not declarations. Instead of saying, "Here's what we should do," you ask, "What happens if we try this?" Now others defend the idea for you. Ownership shifts to them. Resistance drops. Same outcome, lower friction. There is also a timing advantage. Fast thinkers often answer to fast. Slow responders often win more influence. Why? Because delayed response signals thoughtfulness and control. It also gives you extra seconds to read reactions, tone, and intention. Playing possum includes controlled pacing. You are not mentally slow, you are behaviorally measured. Measured behavior feels safer to others. Safe people receive more truth. Let's talk about information flow. Information is not shared equally, it is shared based on perceived risk. If someone sees you as a rival, they filter heavily. If they see you as harmless, they filter lightly. Your goal is to lower their internal risk alarm. You do that through calm tone, open body language, simple questions, and limited self-display. Not fake, just restrained. You don't need to advertise your depth. Depth works, even when silent. Another powerful tool in playing possum is selective ignorance. This does not mean real ignorance. It means not showing full knowledge immediately, when you already know the answer but ask anyway. People explain their thinking. Their explanation reveals assumptions. Assumptions reveal blind spots. Blind spots reveal leverage. The ego wants to say, "I know." Strategy says explain more. One sentence difference, massive information difference. Many top negotiators use this constantly. They already know the numbers, but they ask the other side to walk through them. Why? Because people reveal priorities when they explain. Priority reveals pressure. Pressure reveals where deals bend. Playing possum also protects you from early labeling. Labels are invisible cages. If people label you too early, genius, threat, leader, rival, they stop seeing your range. They lock you into a box. But if your image is still forming, you can expand freely. Soft, early image, strong later performance, that sequence keeps doors open longer. There is also a defensive advantage. When you look powerful, you attract challenges. Some people compete just to prove themselves. When you look harmless, competitive personalities look elsewhere. Less friction means more progress. Remember this. Many battles are optional. Playing possum helps you avoid unnecessary ones. Emotional control is a core part of this strategy. If someone tries to provoke you and you react strongly, they learn your triggers. Triggers are handles. Handles are used to control you. But if your reaction is calm, light, almost indifferent, they get no handle. No handle means no control. Emotional flatness is sometimes strategic armor. You are not cold, you are unreadable. Unreadable people are harder to manipulate. Let's go deeper into social intelligence. In group settings, dominant talkers often feel powerful, but listeners collect power. Talkers reveal motives. Listeners detect motives. Detection beats display. When you play possum socially, you let others perform while you study patterns. Who seeks approval, who holds influence, who avoids risk, who changes tone with authority. These patterns are invisible to loud participants and obvious to quiet observers. Observation is a competitive edge available to anyone disciplined enough to stay quiet long enough. Another layer is expectation management. When expectations are low, your performance creates surprise. Surprise multiplies perceived value. When expectations are high, your performance only meets baseline. Same result, different reaction. Smart operators manage expectations downward, early and upward later. This is not manipulation, it is pacing reputation growth. Deliver more than expected, not equal to hype. Playing possum also increases learning speed. When you present yourself as still learning, people teach you more freely. When you present yourself as already skilled, teaching stops. Teaching is data. Data compounds skill. Therefore, harmless positioning accelerates mastery. Ego slows learning. Curiosity speeds it. Choose speed. In competitive careers, loud competence gets overloaded quickly. Quiet competence gets trusted slowly but deeply. Deep trust leads to better opportunities than loud praise. Praise is public. Trust is operational. Operations create real advancement. Another overlooked benefit is mistake camouflage. When you are not under the spotlight, small mistakes pass quietly. You adjust without reputation damage. Public performers pay public penalties. Quiet builders pay private tuition. Private tuition is cheaper. The playing possum method is not about hiding forever, it is about staging visibility. Stage 1. Reduce threat signal. Stage 2. Gather information. Stage 3. Build capability. Stage 4. Position relationships. Stage 5. Reveal strength with proof. Many people start at stage 5 with no foundation and collapse under scrutiny. Sequence is everything. There is also a negotiation, micro-tactic, inside possum play, controlled hesitation. When you don't jump at offers, people improve them. When you don't rush decisions, people reveal urgency. Urgency reveals leverage. Silence invites concessions. Fast agreement kills improvement. Slow consideration increases value. In conflict situations, acting slightly weaker often de-escalates aggression. Aggression feeds on opposition. Reduce opposition, aggression loses fuel. This is why calm responses often end arguments faster than strong rebuttals. You don't win every argument, you win the larger outcome. Strategy chooses outcomes over ego victories. Another advantage is flexibility. If you are not loudly committed to one identity, you can pivot easily. Loud branding creates rigidity. Quiet capability creates adaptability. Adaptability wins changing environments. Think of water, soft appearance, unstoppable over time. Playing possum is strategic softness with hidden force. Let's make this practical so you can apply it immediately. In your next meeting, delay your strongest idea until others speak. In your next negotiation, ask for clarification even when you understand. In your next competitive setting, lower your self-promotion and increase your question rate. In new environments, observe power structure before showing ambition. In early projects, show progress through results, not announcements. Let people discover your strength. Discovery creates stronger belief than description. Also remember, tone matters. Calm voice, relaxed pace, simple wording, neutral reactions. You are not acting small, you are acting safe to approach. Approachability increases access. Access increases intelligence. Intelligence increases advantage. That is the chain. Many people think this strategy is slow. It is not slow, it is compounding. Loud moves create spikes. Quiet moves create slopes. Slopes beat spikes over time. If you study elite operators, top investors, high-level deal makers, intelligence professionals, master negotiators, you'll notice a pattern. They reveal less than they know and say less than they see. Not because they are secretive, because they are efficient. Information is currency. They don't overspend it. The goal is not to fool people. The goal is to avoid triggering their defenses too early. When defenses stay down, cooperation stays up. Cooperation plus awareness beats confrontation plus ego. If you've stayed with me this far, you already think more strategically than most viewers. Most people want to look smart. Few want to move smart. That difference changes outcomes across years, not minutes. The Playing Possum mindset is simple but powerful. Lower threat, raise awareness, delay display, time your reveal. Quiet first, decisive later. If this strategy clicked for you, comment quiet wins below so I know you're not just watching, you're applying. Share this video with someone who keeps showing their full hand too early. And subscribe to Playing Possum for more deep psychological strategy and silent advantage. Because in many real games, the one who looks least dangerous at the start controls the ending.